Okay?
Good morning. My name is Mariah. I'm visiting today from Carolina Raptor Center, and I brought some birds for you guys to meet today. But before I get into the birds, we're going to go over a little bit about Carolina Raptor Center. So Carolina Raptor Center, our main goal is to rehabilitate sick or injured birds. So if somebody finds a sick or an injured raptor, maybe on the side of the road or in their backyard, what they'll do is they'll call us. We'll go out, we'll pick up the bird, and we'll bring it back to Carolina Raptor Center, where we have a bird hospital or a rehabilitation facility specifically for helping out those sick or injured raptors. And we work really hard to fix those birds back up so that they're 100% better. And then once they're all better, we're going to release them back out in the wild because they're wild animals. They're not pets like dogs or cats. So we don't want to keep them if we don't have to. So our goal is to put as many of these birds back out in the wild as possible. So we get about 800 birds into our bird hospital every year, and most of those are able to go back out in the wild, about 73%, which is really great. Big reason that we're able to put so many of them back out in the wild is that because we have a full-time veterinarian on staff at Carolina Raptor Center, as well as we have a full-time vet staff that works there all the time as well. So if a bird comes in and they need to get surgery right away, then they can get it because we have the staff there to take care of them. Now, if a bird comes in and it's too badly injured or too badly hurt, and it can't go back out in the wild because it just wouldn't be able to survive, those are the birds that are going to stay with us at Carolina Raptor Center. So we have about 100 birds that live with us all the time at Carolina Raptor Center. And while it might seem sad that those birds can't go back out in the wild and be wild birds anymore, they've got a really good home at Carolina Raptor Center, where they've got lots of free food. They don't have to worry about predators. They don't have to worry about the weather. They've got free health care. So it's not such a bad place to live. In addition, these guys have a really important job. These birds that live with us at Carolina Raptor Center, their job is to educate the public about how they can help out raptors. So all the birds that you guys are going to meet today, these birds all are permanently injured, so they can't go back out in the wild. But these guys, we travel around all over North and South Carolina, visiting all different schools and summer camps and all different groups to educate people, especially kids, how they can help these birds out in the wild, so we don't, in the future, don't get as many of them into our hospital to begin with, which would be really awesome. Now, before I get ahead of myself, though, we're called Carolina Raptor Center. We're not called Carolina Bird Center. So a raptor, what makes it different from other birds is that it eats meat. It doesn't eat bird seed or fruits or vegetables or nuts or berries. Raptors only eat meat. Now, if you think about it, there's a lot of different birds that eat meat out there. Robins like to eat worms. Penguins and pelicans like to eat fish. But those birds aren't raptors. Despite the fact that they eat meat, those birds catch their foods with their beaks. And if you think about it, most birds catch their food with their beaks. But raptors, on the other hand, catch their food with their feet. So all raptors have really strong, powerful feet with really sharp nails called talons. Now on mammals like dogs and cats, we call these claws, but on raptors we call them talons instead. And this is the primary way that they're going to catch and hold on to their food, strongest part of their body. Now, once they catch on to their food with their feet, they're going to use their beak in order to tear it up into bite-sized pieces. So they also have a sharp curved beak, and that's how they're going to tear it up. So a raptor is a bird that only eats meat. It catches its food with its feet, and its talons, and it tears it up with its sharp, curved beak. Now, if that's what a raptor is, some birds that you guys might know are raptors are things such as eagles, hawks, falcons, owls, and vultures. A lot of people don't think about vultures as being raptors because they don't catch their own food. They tend to eat food that's already dead, but we still treat them at Carolina Raptor Center. Now, there are some exceptions to this grouping. Those are just the 5 main types, but there are some exceptions like osprey and kites and harriers and other birds like that, which are also considered raptors as well. Alright, well, I think that the best way to learn about a raptor is to meet one. So at this time, we'll be getting one of our birds out for you guys to meet. Just to let you guys know, sometimes the birds do get nervous around big groups of people. So they're going to come out and they're going to be on this leather glove of mine, because you saw those talons. I don't want to get any holes in my hand. So they're going to be on this leather glove of mine. And when they're out here, they might do some things like flapping their wings, or they might jump up and down on my glove. They might even try to jump off my glove. But don't worry, they're being attached to my glove with a leash, so I promise they're not going to fly in your face or over your head or anything. They're going to stay right up here with me. But just to let you guys know that if they're flapping their wings or doing things like that, so that's them telling me that they're nervous, that they've got a little bit of stage fright, which I think we can all understand. So if I tell you guys that they're being a little bit nervous, we'll just try to give them a little bit of a break, let them calm down a little bit. But I think that I don't think you guys are a rowdy crowd, so I think we'll be okay. Alright guys, I'm going to get out my first bird. My first bird that you guys are going to meet is a red-tailed hawk. And I'm going to warn you guys that these guys are a bit noisy. So they're going to be making a lot of noise. This is our red-tailed hawk. Red-tailed hawks are the largest kinds of hawks that we have here in the Carolinas. They're also one of the most common, so you have a really good chance of seeing one of these guys out in the wild. Now, red-tailed hawks eat primarily small mammals, so things like mice, rats, rabbits, squirrels, and chipmunks. And these guys are not the kind of bird that's going to be sitting in a tree all day. These guys will be out soaring way high up in the sky all day long looking for their food. So if they're soaring way high up in the sky and they're looking for something as teeny tiny as a mouse, they need to have really good eyesight. So good eyesight is one of the most important things for a hawk to have. To give you an idea of how good their eyesight is, if I were to take a hawk like this one and put them at one end of a football field on the goalpost, and I were to take a mouse and put it at the other end of the football field on the other goalpost, that hawk would be able to tell how many whiskers were on the face of that mouse from all the way across the football field. So they have very, very good eyesight. Now, he's just very excited. He loves being around people. So that's one reason why he's making a lot of noise. Now, in addition to having really good eyesight, hawks also have to be very fast. So, once these guys spot their food, they have to be able to go down there really quickly to catch their food. Take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
1 second.